Hi, I'm Vahid Razavi with Ethics and Tech. I'm here with Rev Dorsey Blake, the presiding minister of the Church of Fellowship of All People, also a doctor of religion at the School of Religion in Berkeley, California, where he teaches leadership transformation. Dr. Blake, thank you so much for having us at your church. I want to know, from your perspective, what is it that you want the people to know about the Church of Fellowship of All People? What is it that stands out that you want to make sure everybody knows about this institution?
One, it's the nation's first interracial interfaith congregation. Number two, we don't ask people what they think theologically or religiously. Our emphasis is on bringing people together from various backgrounds, national, racial, creedal, gender, because the idea is that if we bring that diversity together and if we have spiritual experiences over a sufficient time period, there will emerge among us a sense of common ground or beloved community, as Martin Luther King said, and that would undercut all the divisions, all the barriers that exist among us.
I see. In terms of the role of this church in the community, it's been active for over 75 years. It has a huge history in the city of San Francisco with Mr. Howard Thurman establishing this institution. Can you tell a little about Mr. Howard Thurman and Dr. Howard Thurman and his teachings?
Yes, Dr. Thurman and Alfred Fisk were the co-founders of Fellowship Church, co-founding pastors. Dr. Fisk was white, Dr. Thurman was black. Dr. Thurman was the first African American, along with his wife and two other people, to meet with Mahatma Gandhi. It was 1936 in India. And at that time, Mahatma Gandhi actually said to Dr. Thurman that perhaps nonviolence would get its greatest exposition through what he called at that time the American Negro. Dr. Thurman and Martin Luther King's father were in school together at Morehouse, so they knew each other. Dr. Thurman's wife, Sue Bailey Thurman, and Dr. King's mother also knew each other, so they were friends. And when Dr. Thurman was at Boston University as the first black dean of chapel at a predominantly white seminary, Martin Luther King was finishing his PhD, and they became good friends. King came over to their house to watch the World Series, and Thurman became a major mentor for Dr. King. And if you look at Dr. King's writings, you'll see Dr. Thurman all the way through it. Remember, it was established in 1944, this church, where segregation was throughout, even in the San Francisco Bay Area. The military, schools, interracial people could not get married, interracial couples could not get married. And so this burst forth as an attack against all those negative things that separate people in society.
So let me ask you this. As ethics and tech, do you see a link between ethics and religion? And if so, how?
Yeah, so what you're doing with ethics and tech is, and I love what you're doing actually, and it's saying that we have to, if it's ethics in tech or nonprofits or whatever, there's an ethical dimension in that in terms of how you treat people. And there's an ethical dimension in terms of your own authenticity, how you behave and you respond to others. And that's what religion is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be a centering of ourselves in a sense that we are bound to something larger than we are. We're bound to something, the cosmos, the universe, and we're all part of that universe. We're all related. We're related. Whether we think we're related biologically or not, we are. We're each other's brothers. And so that means that I have to care for you as you care for me and the earth. That's the religious understanding. Ethics comes to do in terms of my responsibility to behave in a way that enhances life, not destroys life, but enhances life and enhances all the people that I encounter.
Well, thank you so much, Reverend Blake. I know your service takes place every Sunday here at 11 a.m. at the Church of Fellowship of All People. Yes. And they can follow up on Fellowship SF online, I believe, .org.
Yes, .org. And we're so happy that you're a member here at Fellowship Church. You enhance our church. So thank you so much.
You're most kind. Thank you.